Welcome to the bold analysis. I want us to take our tempers down and to bold, especially the elders in this channel. Allow me to ask you a question. Why do you think that we can't go boardroom? What has made it difficult for the things we are executing in public to be discussed in boardroom? I'm speaking about this because there is something called the power of the people. And I think the leaders seems to be ignoring the power of the people. Let me demonstrate using this video. The video you are seeing on your screen is a video of Meru University students, border residents around the university, members of the community, the Mama Mbogas, and the residents of that place escorting back Romanus Odhiambo, the vice chancellor who was chased maliciously from the university after the council sat down and came up with a report that he had underperformed. The students protested and even torched one of the cars yesterday, and the day Ezekiel Machugo reinstated the VC. That is the power of the people. Now, that was just an example showing you. Today, there's some political observations. There's some of the observations that we made. When Raila went to DCI headquarters, he was banned from getting inside. And Mzee looked very furious. That video is trending in social media, and I can just give you a very simple assignment. Go and look at even those who are posting it in Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Go through the comment section and just find out what Kenyans are talking about. You'll realize the kind of anger that Raila exhibited is what is also people who are reacting with that video, who are watching that video are reacting that way. You know what's happening? The anger is splitting in the public. Immediately, Matian'gi was released. Violence, or rather not violence, protest demonstration was staged in Kisii. Have a look.
Alikuwa interior, alikuwa education, akafanya kazi nzuri. Kama yeye amekosa, si apelekwe the rule of law, si apelekwe kotini astakiwe. Aulizwe maswali, akipatikana na makosa awekwe ndani. Mbona yeye amewekwa kwa DCI kutoka asubuhi mpaka saa hii? Tunasema ya kwamba sisi kama Wakisii hatujafurahishwa. Kama RUTO wewe ufanye kitu. No peace, no Matian'gi.
What has made it difficult? What is the assumption we are making? And what has made it difficult for some of these things to go back home? We ever pulled that some time back. We pulled that. We have a history or culture of pulling together, putting our act together when that is needed. It is not something that is out of this order. Right from 1997, we decided to put our act together. When 2007 we went down, we removed fence sitters and decided to put our acts together. Same to 2022. What am I saying? Look at this video. This video is a video from Jacaranda. After police tried physically to stop the youths from that the gentleman that normally sit there for that bungalow Wananchi, they woke up in the morning and realized that the tree had been cut. So the tree was cut somewhere in the night, just to make sure that that place is cleared. And in fact, I was when I watched it, I was like, I think it was not good, because it was not good optics for environmental conservation, because at this time we are actually lobbying about having more trees. Okay, even though that's not the logic of this analysis. My point in this here is, physically, after trying to stop the youths from going there, they're still going. And even after cutting it, they still went there and they were there. And they stayed some dummy demo there. What are we saying? That the chest thumping or the things that are being done by force seems not to be working, because the population is undergoing what is called mutation, for those who understand biology, where your body develops, mechanisms of surviving to the dangers that are coming. The masses are going through what I can call mutation. But then we seem not to be seeing that. And we are taking all the risks that we can take. I ask again, what has made it difficult? Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. Thank you very much for those who are supporting us. What I'm talking about is what Mutahi Ngunyi shared in his tweet. Said, "Dear RUTO, are you sure you know how to handle Raila Odinga? Fuel is up, but you are giving him political fuel for free. Do not push his limits. Use lollipop diplomacy, open DCI gates, give him some whiskey in a private waiting room, be friendly, and the will disappear." That's what was saying. Ngunyi is telling President RUTO that don't go confrontational. And for me, that's why I choose to use a very decent approach by saying, why can't we have it in the boardroom? What I'm saying is not out of the blues. I listened to a clip by Sakaja. He was saying something that was making a lot of sense, and I saw even people reacting to that video in this channel. Listen to that here.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Wakenya wamechoka na siasa. Wamechoka na siasa. Siasa tulipiga kura. Kura iliisha, si ni kweli? Mshindi akapatikana. Hawa wanataka tuwafanyie kazi. So tunaomba hata wenzetu, kwa sababu Nairobi, si mnajua tuko sisi wote. Tuko kabila zote, tuko vyama vyote, tunafanya kazi pamoja. Mimi sitakubali mali ya mtu wa Nairobi, biashara ya mtu wa Nairobi, maisha ya mtu wa Nairobi ihatarishwe kwa sababu ya maandamano. No. We must protect business, we must protect life, we must protect livelihoods. Vile mambo ni ngumu saizi, tusifanye iwe ngumu zaidi. Na hii mambo haitatatuliwa kwa kifua. Even the Bible says, come let us reason.
Now I'm thinking about it this way, and I'm just trying to look at it in another angle. William RUTO and Raila Odinga are seasoned politicians, save for the deputy president who rose for a first-time member of parliament. Even those, the leaders, rank and file in Azimio, are seasoned politicians. We are all in agreement that the route we are taking, no one wins. Neither me, neither you, neither RUTO, nor Raila. No one will win. No one wins it that way. But we need a win-win. Because we need to appreciate the fact that our politics, we are coming from somewhere. Where we are now, where the way the masses are charged is not something that is new. We've ever been to here. So unless we want to pretend that we are forgetting, we can't afford to forget, because we are from somewhere. We can't forget where we came from. And I'm wondering what has made it very difficult. I want to look at it this way. Politicians must stop looking at what is happening as a political mobilization mechanism. It is in public domain that one of agendas that William RUTO is having now is on how he can seal his 2027 re-election by reducing the 200,000, or rather increasing the 200,000 contested vote difference with Raila Odinga. That's why you will see a plan to revamp UDA party here and there going on, and even appointments being done for political expediency, so that you can actually marshal up and firm up political support across the country, which is not a problem, because in the new dispensation, as a president, what do we expect? Even if Raila was to be the president, you would expect those who are within the Azimio to be in the front line. However, the discussion going on is something that is there. Why can't we have to a second thought and look at another approach? What Mutahi Ngunyi is talking about, the diplomacy aspect, is because we're looking at it in terms of who is going to outsmart the other. On President William Ruto, there is a very, and sorry, allow me to say, it's a very old school approach to look at, to just stamp and say that the Raila I know is not the Raila of 2007, and there is nothing he can do, and there is nothing that can happen. You know, and I know there are a lot of fence-sitters. I know that there are a lot of compact majority around these leaders that are telling him, hakuna kitu atafanya. And you know, we have reduced it to a Raila thing. So, it's not about, let's just put the vote mobilization chini kidogo and accept, number one, is that we are either in a crisis or we are heading to some sort of a crisis. We must appreciate that fact, because there is no prescription, that there is no precedent that we can set and say now inafikanga hii point tunajua mambo kunaweza haribika. The truth is kunaweza haribika because there is power of the people. Now, we must look at this aspect very critical, because the subject matter is already in public. The cost of living question is a question that is in public. I don't expect it will be difficult for Raila Odinga tomorrow to go and sit down with William Ruto and out of that meeting come up with some dubious deal somehow, and without talking about the cost of living. That has complicated the whole thing, because the subject matter, and I can tell you, the subject matter now is not about legitimacy. It's not about the server that I've seen some politicians, or maybe Kenya Kwanza and the other way, trying to push. The subject matter is things are up. As we talk, there is some, a letter has been sent to, I think, some traders on some tax, on some taxation, new tax regime on those who are importing. So this is discussion we're going to have here, and we are not going to run away from it. It's the fact that everything is in public. But then, the reality of the situation here is, we made a blunder to demonize handshake. And we demonized handshake because of crafting a political, rather consolidating a political narrative. However, I normally say one thing, and I think for those who follow the bold, that is something that you'll agree with me, that I am a very strong crusader of the handshake arrangement, because far from what has been sold, handshake was a ceasefire. Okay, handshake was a ceasefire. The truth of the matter here is that as much as we want to pretend, but we must agree that there comes a time that there must be some ceasefire. So Ruto do not want to talk, and cannot even want to maybe have something with Raila, have a conversation with Raila, because anything the people around you had told, and yourself, you had created a mindset that handshake was a monster. I am not lobbying for handshake as we talk now. What I'm simply saying here is the discussion that is in the public would rather go backroom. Let's take a good example. The whole scandal about some billions that were, I don't know, withdrawn where from COB, from Treasury to pay, to make some payments last days of Uhuru Kenyatta's regime. If you want to revive that, you want to receive back that money, tell me, even if today you are supposed to use the legal process, you know what it means. You know, of course, it will be difficult to go after Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't think whether the law that is going, politically, you are going to antagonize support base. So you can't go after Uhuru Kenyatta. You can't start arresting people left and center. It turns very political as now weaponizing the corruption fight against corruption on individuals. So we are in this country and we know this reality. Even if those who are saying let's follow the law, I'm seeing people saying let's follow the law, let's do that. It's not going to end well. We know we are in this country. So why don't we go boardroom? Why don't we solve these issues? You know, like it is there. Whether you take it to court or not, it can take 10 years in court. It's not the first scandal we've ever had. In 2014, we had a scandal of Eurobond that was in billions. Where did it ever go? Uhuru and Raila, Uhuru and Ruto were working together. Did it ever see the light of the day? So let's not lie here. If the law aspect was to give us solutions, then the Eurobond would be a done story. We need to accept. So, this is what I can tell. William Ruto and Raila Odinga must make sure they do away with the shielding camps. Both camps have some shields. Around Raila Odinga, there are people who are scheming for 2027. Probably Raila may not be even into that matrix. Around William Ruto, that those who are scheming for succession. And all these are together. There is a possibility, and this one will give, Raila might be in ground because for him is more of going to the people. But the way Trans Nzoia governor said Natembea, that there are people that might shield Ruto from the truth. Intercept and tell him, it's no problem, we're good, let's go. And there will even maybe one that crisis. From there are those who think that in a crisis, there is anyone who's going to come up and win. What I can say is very clear. We need to get to a solution. We are not going to spiral around the problem. Those who are saying that economy is bad and so we don't need protest or something, it's a one day to they said lapse 14 days ultimatum, do not want to appreciate that, okay, so we need stability. What do we need to do? Why has it become difficult to solve this behind the scene? Let's meet in the next.